Good afternoon, this is Matt Lindsay with Precision Home Group here in Anchorage. Coming to you today to talk to you about real estate. So today we're talking about commercial real estate and answering the question, should I buy the building that I have my business in? Get asked this all the time. Small business owners, big business owners, they're just wondering, hey, we are renting out space, we're leasing this space, we're in a long-term lease. Should I buy the building that we're residing in right now? So today we're going to go through some pros and cons of that, of making the purchase or continuing to lease. As a quick answer to this is it depends. And I know that's not a great answer, but it's the best answer we can give you. It's really going to come down to your specific situation. What's the market in your area? What type of building are you in? How is your business doing? What is your investment strategy? Are you doing it as an investment or for the business? There's a lot of different things that you got to analyze, look into, and see, hey, does this make sense for me or not? So if you have any questions, I'd love to sit down, go over that with you, kind of look at your long-term plan for the business, for where you're at. Hey, is this a building that you're going to be in for quite some time, or are you going to expand and grow out of it here fairly soon in the next couple of years? So these are all things we have to consider. So reach out to me, send me a direct message, leave me a comment, and I will reach out. Love to sit down, whether that's in person, over Skype, or whatever that is. So pros and cons of buying the building you're in. So we're gonna go over pros first. So the big thing that it's gonna give you the ability to have once you purchase the building that your business resides in is control. Now we all want control, right? That's going to be huge. We need to have control in our businesses, in our life, to be able to expand and grow and do the things that we want to do. So what does that look like? Well, the first thing that we have control in is the building itself, right? If you're in a building that's leased out, you may have a management company, a landlord. It doesn't allow you to put signage where you want to do. It doesn't allow you to do the tenant improvements, tear down walls, make your space bigger, do certain things in your area that you want to do for your business to become more successful or more visibly seen from the street, or just make improvements for that on a day-to-day. Maybe your landlord does allow you to do that, but the approval process for that to happen just takes way too long. So by getting rid of the landlord, by becoming your own landlord, gives you the control of the building, of the physical building, so that you can actually do things to better your business and how people see it. So that's going to be the first pro there. The second thing that we see is control over tenants and who your neighbors are. Now, there's going to be some buildings where it's going to be one user occupies that building. Okay? There's also going to be other buildings where you have multiple users, you have multiple tenants, and because of that, you have other people that you need to think about. So if you purchase that building, you have other tenants in there. When those tenants' lease expires, you can have control over who comes in, who backfills those tenants. Maybe you don't want tenants. Maybe as those leases expire, you actually expand into that space and actually take over that space for your own business. There's many different uses that you could do. So just having control of who you allow in your building is going to be huge. There's always going to be some type of little disagreement in between tenants, little disagreements that you have to get over, you have to handle, you have to deal with. If you don't want to do that, just let them leave. Take over the building, and now you have total control of that. The other thing that you have is a fixed mortgage. So if you are leasing a space, your rents, your lease payments may go up over time. Okay, that's to be expected, right? As the market goes up and down, we should be able to see some movement in rent prices. It's signs of a healthy market. And so if you own the building, then depending on how you finance that building, if you financed or pay cash for it, you should have a fixed rate that you're paying every month. So there's every month and over the years, so that you're not actually fluctuating in the different payments. So give you control over that. Control showing up again. Also, you're looking at different benefits, tax benefits, versus owning the building versus leasing the building. Also, people, the old myth, hey, landlords grow rich in their sleep, right? So there's different ways that you can gain value in that building. You're not paying rent to somebody else. You can actually, you have appreciation taking effect so that when you go sell that building, you can make some money on top of that. You have the mortgage being paid down depending on how you financed it. Maybe it's an interest only, so you're not actually paying anything down, you're just paying the interest. So those are a lot of the different pros. I know there's a lot more, but we could be here all day. So we're gonna jump over to the cons. So the biggest thing with pros is control, right? You have control of the building. And to a lot of people, a lot of businesses, that's going to be the key thing that people look for, is the ability to expand and have control of their workspace, of their environment. Now, what are some cons? Well, you're more difficult to get out of that. If you go and purchase that building, it's not something that you can just let a lease expire and then go find a new place, right? You actually have to go through with selling that office building that you're in, right? That's selling that real estate, depending on the market, what's going on. It may take a while, it may be really quick, so look at that. Hey, is this something you want to get out of fairly quick, or you plan on staying there for quite some time? Other thing we need to look at is dealing with tenants. We mentioned that on the control side, on the pros. If you are dealing with tenants on a non-stop basis, you're just trying to run your business, you're one user inside of the real estate that you purchased, and it's got many other tenants, well, now they're coming to you. If you don't have a property management company managing that, they're coming to you for all their little disagreements, they're coming to you for all their lease questions, all kinds of stuff, right? So you're gonna have to start taking on more responsibilities and dealing with tenants, and so that could be considered a con. Also, expansion. If you're looking at expanding your business and taking over more square footage of that retail, of that office, whatever type of real estate you purchased, and you have tenants in there, you're not gonna be able to just say, hey, get out of here. They have a eviction, they have a lease in place, so you're not gonna be able to do that. So just some pros and cons, things to measure. One of the big things that people ask me is, hey, is this a good investment for my business? And really, that's a two-sided question in my opinion. So what we should be looking at is, hey, if this is an investment for you, well, let's look at, hey, what is the rate of return, right? Do I have a better rate of return by owning the building I occupy? Or is there another investment elsewhere that I can go purchase and get into that has a better rate of return than what I would get for my own business? So we need to look at the whole picture, not just your business. We need to look at, hey, where are we going from here? What's the long-term plan? And how does this play into that? So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you about this. It's been a short pros and cons on, hey, do I buy my office building that I'm occupying as a business? Thanks for joining us, Matthew Lindsay with Precision Home Group. Hit that like, share, and follow.